Hey everyone, Son of a Silver Stacker here. Welcome to the best U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. At least it is in my opinion. Today's date's the 23rd of November, 2025. That means it's Fibonacci Day. That's right, it's his day. And I'll show you what that means here in a second. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the United States Mint's 2026 product schedule. We've got 4 products on there. And I think one of them is going to be a better date, key date, or a semi-key date coin. That's right, that's a congratulations set. Also, we're going to be thinking about how many products the United States Mint's going to have for the 2026 product schedule. But we're also going to be talking about the Marine Corps Privy on eBay. You won't believe what's happening there. We're also going to be talking about the limited edition silver proof set on eBay. And we finally have a date. That's right, we have a date for that reverse proof American Innovation dollar set. You won't believe it. Yeah. That's right. Now, before any of that, though, make sure you hit that like button. It'll make this video go viral. Hundreds of people might see it. Also, if you're a returning viewer and you haven't subbed or you're a new viewer here, make sure you sub. We're trying to get to 15,000 subs by the 1st of the year. That's right, January 1st, 2026. Now let's go here to the Google machine. I'm going to show you something right here. This is Fibonacci Day right here, and it's celebrated November 23rd because the date's numerical format, which means 1 plus 1 is 2. Right? When 1 plus 2 is 3, and so on and so forth. It represents the first few numbers of the Fibonacci sequence. To celebrate, you can find examples of the sequence in nature, such as in plant spirals, or engage in activities like creating a Fibonacci-inspired art or writing poetry based on the sequence's structure. And there's all kinds of stuff down there. And it's math and love. That's the universe right there, folks. Now over here to moneymetals.com. I can show you where the spot price is end of the week. So gold now stands at $40.7870 until 6 p.m. tonight. Eastern Time, silver at 50.20, platinum at 15.3670, palladium at 14.0540, and Dr. Copper finished the week at $5 even Steven. And again, I ask, who's Steven? Now over here, you're looking at in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $9.49 for a quantity of 1 through 39. They ask that you pay $59.69. Now this is the buyback price right here. You see I've highlighted. It's $51.20, and that's $1 above the silver spot price at $50.20. Typically, we see $1.20 over, but now we're just right at $1. Now, over here to the United States Mint's product schedule, the end of the product schedule for 2025, as you can see there. And it says coming soon and limited for the American Innovation 2025 $1 coin reverse proof set. And here it is in all of its glory and splendor. And check this out. This is important to recognize. So if we go to 3 here, the Mint's going to be like changing it back to 2 because your quantity has been reduced to 2 due to the product limit within a single purchase. That's fine by me, and that's important to realize when it comes to drop days, right? So drop days are different because check it out, all right? And that's not really a good example. I'll probably have to do something different. Yeah, household order limit of 2 on drop day, and the subscription is 2 as well. So not a great example. I'll use another one later. Now, but check this out. This is under my subscriptions, all right? And it says home, my account, my subs. American Innovation $1 coin reverse proof set subscription. It says estimated price $32.25. But can you see the shipping date? I'll give you a second. Yeah. 12/31, December 31st, 2050. What? Yeah, that's when they're talking about putting that out there. I don't even want to go there right now, but that can't be the date. And that's probably what they put just when they don't have an idea of what's going to happen. It probably throws off their system or their computer system, so they have to put that date on there. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to the person who showed me that this morning before I did my video here. Yeah, 2050. Think about that. All right, over here to the 250th anniversary Marine Corps Privy, and stated mintage limit is 100,000, product limit is 100,000. Although we looked at the sales last week, it stands at about 92 to 93,000, and you haven't been able to pick any of these up whatsoever early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. But what you did find was the limited edition silver proof set, and some of you have found the flowing hair coin and or metal and coin actually. And what's interesting about that, I figured, if the Mint had come across some of those, they would save it for their not Black Friday, but the following Monday is Cyber Monday. I thought they would have some of those for the Cyber Monday sale. Now let's bounce over to eBay real quick. I'm going to show you what's going on with this particular coin. Now I've got here 2025 Philadelphia Silver Eagle Marine Privy. on your screen here under completed and sold listings that have ended recently. Now check this out. Typically, we're seeing a proof 69 for 229, 249, 259, somewhere in that neighborhood. And yes, when there are bids on a coin, it tends to be a little lower than a buy it now, although this is actually bucks the trend at 180.50 because it's got that red core label. And that's, I think that's a start to notice something here. I've noticed here that special labels, even though they're in a 69 Ultra Cameo, are bringing a little bit more money than just your basic labels. Okay, look at this one here. This is just a first strike from PCGS, $649. Yeah, what exactly? That's remarkable. Now here's a regular label. It's just your base label, no first strike, no first day of issue, no advance release, nothing like that. $159. That's it. Now here's one special label with a Iwo Jima War Memorial with a signature, $679 or best offer. Now that's not bad. First day of issue, $656. That's not an advanced release, folks. That's a first day of issue, FDOI. Here's a first release, $641 there. $149, it's got a special label. I'm sorry, $159 has a Liberty Bell, and that's the Marine Corps there. This is also a Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, $159. It's got the soldier silhouette with the helicopter there. There's a first strike, ding, 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 $649 for a first strike. This is what the advanced release was costing for the Army Privy and the Navy Privy. So just goes to show you that this one is the one to have this year. $699 there, $649, and that's a 70 with the special label right there. $159, it's a first strike, $159 there. There's a struck at Philadelphia, that not a first strike, even though, look at that. Look at that. You can have a first strike or non-first strike for the same price at $159. That is remarkable. Here's an early release from NGC at $159. So the prices are not great for in fact, I would say that the Proof 69 Ultra Cameos are lower cost, lower price for these than they are the Army Privy and the Navy Privy, and it might actually rival the Laser Privy in that grade. That's remarkable, folks. So that means to me that the 69s are proliferating the interwebs, and there's just so many of them that the market is just bottoming out. That's not great. Now, let's keep on keeping on. We're going to be talking about this here, the limited edition silver proof set. Now, some of you have probably picked up some of these, multiple of these by now, since the United States lifted the household order limit on this one. Product limit is 25,008. What a rando number, 008, not 007 like James Bond, but 008 right there. And they have been becoming available at 7:30 in the morning. And it is $255. Now, if this set was doubled, it would be what, $510? $510 on eBay. But that's not the case right now, actually. Let's go ahead and go back up to the top here. I was just doing some research before the video. I have here the limited edition silver proof set, completed and sold listings that have ended recently. Here's just the American Women quarters from that set, $353. $332, that's 49 bids, 24 bids, 20 bids. Look at that. 20 bids, and that's the Proof 70 Ultra Cameo Kennedy half dollar right there. Yeah, and we've already showed you what the new Kennedy half dollar is going to look like for 2027. It's not going to be a bust or a silhouette or looking left. It's going to be like a 3/4 angle looking forward. I really dig it. I do really love that coin design. I think the CCAC really picked a winner. All right, this is from the limited edition silver proof set. It doesn't say anything about first day of issue or first strike or advance release. It does say first issue. My bad. I can't read. It's huge. You can't miss it. $331 with 20 bids. Here's $370 for the whole set. Look at that. That coin right there, that Kennedy half dollar from the set, is almost covering the secondary market price for the whole set. There's 1,076, and that is the whole set right there, 2025S, and that dime right there. You don't see many of these, and if people were smart, I think they would get their dime graded. And I want to thank Mickey Minsky for pointing out that this is a key date right here. This is a sleeper hit, that dime right there. 324 there with 24 bids, 369, but that's not the most expensive one that you're going to see for the limited edition silver proof set. Those ones are the ones that have been keeping it in the original government shipping box. I'll show you that. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. $399 sealed, OGP sealed box. And there's $399 there. Look at that one. Sold November 22nd, just yesterday, $447. That was no auctions, ladies and gentlemen. That was a buy it now. So 510 is double. Can we see 510 on a closed shipping box? Maybe. And my shipping box did not look like that. That's actually seems reasonable compared to the one I got. Now there's the first day of issue Silver Eagle out of the limited edition silver proof set selling for $396. What? Yeah. Remarkable, right? Look at that. $455 for that one, $326 for that Kennedy half, $399. There's another one, $399, November 21. That's what my shipping box looked like, $419. Wow. Yeah, $419 for a sealed box right there, because nobody's rifled through it to find out if the coins are spotty or not. So I think that's probably important. Now, let's go over to the United States Mint's product schedule for 2026. This is important, all right? So here we are, 2026 releases. We know there are 4 particular products on here. This one has 4. This one has 4 because they've gotten rid of the 250th. Well, look, this is really weird. So the Native American coin rolls and bags, yeah, guess what? The boxes are gone. And that was a 250 coin box. I think the Mint could have easily played that really well, played their hand really well if they would have kept the 250 coin box for just this year and year only to celebrate the semi-quincentennial and maybe made it really special looking or what have you. But that was a missed opportunity in my opinion. But either way, you know, if I'm gonna suggest or at least think about what is probably the most important or the most I guess one to have at all, because look, okay, let's face it, the United States Mint is going all out this year for 2026. All right, this isn't anything that you're looking at right here. Even though these are awesome additions to any collection, I think that we're going to have to really think about what's important to us this year and what we want to spend our money on. And please, you know, I'm not going to use my credit card to buy any of this. If I don't have the cold hard cash on the barrel, I'm not buying it. No way. Not a good plan. Do not go into debt to buy these items because you don't even know if you can get your money back if you sell it. Now, obviously, you know, some products are really expensive and you can double your money. And if you're savvy enough to do that, hey, more power to you. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's smart to go into debt to buy items like this from the United States Mint. I just wouldn't do it. But out of these 4 products here, I think the congratulations set is probably the most desirable one that I can see here. Is it a better date, semi-key date, or a key date coin? I do believe so, and I misspoke the other day in yesterday's video. I wanted to bring that up. I meant to say that this congratulations set with the mintage limit of 60,000 is lower than all of the Privy Mark American Silver Eagles that came out this year for 2025 and the 2020 V75 Privy Mark, because that was 75,000, and you can see how much that one's worth. So yeah, I did want to clear that up. I meant to talk about the Privy Mark American Silver Eagles, even though the congratulations set has no Privy. So there's that. Now, let's think about what else is going to be on this Mint schedule, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of offerings here that are going to be really important. Now, there's the, let's just do this here. Yeah, look at this. This is America's Semi-Quincentennial, the best of the Mint, a 1 year only. Yeah, on Independence Day 2025, the U.S. Mint proudly began the official countdown to the 2026 Semi-Quincentennial, 250 years of the United States of America. Now, to celebrate the nation's Semi-Quincentennial, the United States Mint will be making changes to most of our circulating coins, and you probably already know that if you're a listener. As authorized by the Circulating Collectible Coin Redesign Act of 2020, signed into law January 13, 2021 by President Donald Trump. These coins commemorate 250 years of American liberty, reflecting our country's founding principles and honoring our nation's history. We anticipate the final designs will be shared with the public later this year, and we already have all of the designs, all right? We have them all. All right, this is the best of the Mint products right here. Last year, the Mint engaged Americans through a public input survey to vote on their favorite historic coins struck throughout our nation's history. And if you were a listener, you got that survey. I posted it in the video. The 5 top-rated coins were reviewed and recommended by the CCAC and the CFA, with final selections approved by the Secretary of the Treasury. In addition to releasing newly designed circulating coins in 2026, the U.S. Mint will issue 5 special Best of the Mint numismatic products, coin and metals sets as part of the journey through history. Now, I don't know if these are going to be sold as a set, like you got to buy, like if you buy the gold, then you're going to get the silver companion medal along with it. But there it is, silver companion medal. And I kind of tend to think that it's going to be a set, like you can't have one without the other. Now, if they do sell this one individually, yes, I love that idea. Thank you very much. However, They may not. And we don't have these on the product schedules just yet, but there's 2 coins there. That's the double eagle. Here's another additional 2 you've got here. That right? That's the 1804 silver dollar. There's 4. All right, the 1916 Walking Liberty. Okay, there's the there's 6, right? 2, 4, 6. And here's the Standing Liberty right there. And let's see, there's the reverse. Yeah, there's 8, and then you've got here the Mercury dime. So there's 5 issuances total, right? And then each one of these 5 are going to have a companion medal. So that's 10 products you can add to the Mint's product schedule right here. Okay, and that is quite a bit, but that's not all, folks, right? Because in 2027, the United States Mint is going to add an additional 3 superhero comic art coin and medals to their product schedule, right? We're going to have, I think, Robin is one of them. I think Supergirl was one of them, and oh, I can't remember the other third one. But look, there's going to be an additional 9 of these bad boys added to the product schedule. But not only that, they may, and this is what I'm hoping for relatively soon. I hope the United States Mint adds the clad, because there's going to be a clad metal series that's going to be in addition to the gold coin and the silver medals that you see here. There's going to be clad medals added for this program, and they're supposed to be added to the Mint schedule for January. Right, that's 3. And then are they going to actually have the 2026 comic art coin and medals, clad coins? Are they going to add those in 2027, or are they going to add it in 2026? So there's an additional 6 products on top of the what? You got what, 9 here, even though it looks like 10. I think one of them is a subscription. There, yeah, there it is. So there's 9 there. Then you add the 3 for the ones that are coming out this year. So there's 12, and then you have an additional 6, which makes 18. 18 of these products in total, but only 3 of them are going to be on the 2026 product schedule, along with the 6 that are in the clad format. But that's not all, folks, because check this out. You got the American Buffalo coin. This might be a 20th anniversary coin as well, because check it out. The Mint launched the American Buffalo coin program in 2006. This year's 2026. Hey, who knew? The 1-ounce coin in this program is the first 24-karat gold-proof coin ever struck by the Mint, and is the collector version of the official United States Mint American Buffalo 1-ounce gold bullion coin. Designs depicted in this coin are based on the 1913 Type 1 Buffalo nickel by sculptor James Earl Fraser. And can you tell me, and I'll send the son of a silver stacker sticker, say that fast, I'll send a sticker out to the first person who can tell me which, see this sculptor here, James Earl Fraser? I'll send a sticker to you if you can name the American Innovation coin where he has his design on it. Yeah, he has a hand in the American Innovation coins. You wouldn't even believe it, but it's true. Now let's keep on keeping on. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Not only that, there's the 4 gold coins, okay, that the Mint is going to be adding to this product schedule. You got the 10th ounce, quarter ounce, half ounce, and 1-ounce gold coins. Then you've got the uncirculated gold coin, which I think is going to be dual date and have a privy mark on there. And it might be an enhanced uncirculated gold coin, maybe. On top of that, obviously, you've got the all the half dollars here. There's going to be 2 products for the half dollar. Then there's going to be all the quarter dollars, right? There's going to be there. We're talking a lot of really good options, folks. A lot of good options for 2026. And like myself, I picked up a second job driving myself. So I'm a professional driver now, just to get some extra money for this particular set, for this particular year for the semi-quincentennial. I'm telling you, this is going to be a big deal year, a really big deal. Now let's keep on keeping on. Here we have the American Eagle 2026 1-ounce silver-proof coins featuring the Liberty Bell Privy Mark, and it's got the dual date right there, which makes this one, I think, a hot item. Even though you're looking at the mintage limit on this one at 500,000, I still think that's okay. I think that's fantastic. I think it's a winner chicken dinner. It might not be a better date, a semi-key date, or a key date coin, but I do believe this will be highly coveted by collectors, much loved by especially American Silver Eagle collectors. Now, I tried to go over the 25 coin limit here, and it says your quantity has been reduced to 25 due to product limit within a single purchase. Now, and that's from the subscription side of things. Now, check this out. I think this is going to be the one that's going to be the key date right here. And what's odd is that this coin here is $95, and it comes with what? the sleeve, the box, the COA, and a clamshell. Well, so does the congratulations set, and this one's $97, and the other one's $95. I don't know how they justify the extra $2 there, but hey, that's the way it rolls, I guess. So when this coin set drops, when this congratulations set drops on January 20, 2026, which is in 2 months, well, less than 2 months, right? The household order limit is one. However, if you go over here, right here to the congratulations set subscription, you can see that the household order limit is three. And I think the smart, savvy purchaser has this on subscription to get all three of those. So you get three, you sell two, and then you get the one for free here. You can do that, I would imagine. But let's try and go past three, and look at that. It bumps me back down to three. So you can get three. You don't get one right there, because it says here, this is kind of confusing to some folks. It says one set shipped per year per subscription. Well, that's three subscriptions right there, right? It's been reduced to three due to product limit within a single purchase. And I asked our source about the remainder of these subscriptions, and they said about 15,000, which tells me that not a lot of people have been aware of this particular coin just yet. And what makes this special is that it is from the Philadelphia Mint right there, and it has no dual date, but that's okay. That's all right. I think the mintage is what makes this special, and the fact that it's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And obviously, yes, you have to consider the fact that the Marine Corps Privy was also from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they're having tremendous issues with qualities of those strikes, okay? And that could be the same for this congratulations set, because look, it ships in 2 months. If the Mint doesn't get their act together before then, why then this will also fall under that condition rarity category. And I hope not, only because it will become unavailable. I mean, look, if you see the price, which I showed you already for the Marine Corps Privy Mark, the Proof 70 are $700 almost, okay? And that had a mintage limit of 100,000. Well, what if half of these bad boys, or more than three-quarters of these bad boys, are, well, not even in, well, Proof 69 condition? And don't forget, and same thing here for the American Silver Eagle that has the 500,000. 10% of this lot goes to the advanced bulk folks right there. So that's only what, 450,000. And then if you take what, 10% off of this, that's 6,000, right? So you're only getting what, 54,000 amongst the general public. And I tell you, if the condition is rare on this one, 54,000 to the general public, 6,000 to the advanced bulk folks. And if these end up being condition rarity, I mean, it could send this to be $1,000 congratulations set. Maybe not that high, maybe $800. But there's a lot of factors involved in that, and I don't want to actually jinx it. I do think this is going to be an important coin, though, for sure, in anybody's American Silver Eagle collection. And there are people out there that only collect American Silver Eagles, and this will have to be part of their set. I mean, it has to be, right? It's just part of the whole, filling in the spaces in the book or the album, right? Wow, lots of stuff going on for 2026, folks. And I think we were up to like 40 items on the product schedule that aren't even there yet. So the Mint could easily, you know, and this is something they do, is they'll just put the name of the item up on the product schedule and then say like image unavailable. So it'd be really cool if the United States Mint, let me see here, let me reload. It'd be really cool if the United States Mint just started putting those on there, image unavailable. And then we could start, because we got to have a strategy for 2026, folks. If you don't have a strategy for 2026 and you go about this willy-nilly, it's not going to be successful. And I think you'll be bummed out at the United States Mint. And there's no reason for that other than the poor quality that's coming out. And I, you know what, give them a chance. This is our Mint. If you're an American citizen, this is our Mint. We should be the ones being like, yeah, big supporter of the Mint. At least I want them to be the best Mint out there. Obviously, I don't think that's the case just yet. I think the Royal Canadian Mint is fantastic. I think they're the ones that are trailblazers and leading the way in innovation and beautiful coins. No doubt in my mind, it gives me chicken skin to think about the Canadian Mint. And I don't even know why I don't talk about the Canadian Mint more, but I guess that's my bad. But I really would love to see the United States Mint be the premier mint, premier coin dealer in the world. And look, we have the resources for it. We have the talent for it. Why can't we do that, right? Let's get it together and make it happen. Now, I've yammered for too long about that. Let me go to the plus ones. And this is this is kind of about the mint, okay? All right? This is unforgiven. And a lot of people don't forgive the mint for being what they are, right? And it is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you're not. Yeah, think about that. That's from the United States Mint. That's their thing right there. Unforgiven. This is by Andre Gide, or whatever his name is, in Autumn Leaves. And I think what that means is you got to find genuine acceptance without pretending to be somebody else. Yeah, the United States Mint can't be the Royal Canadian Mint, but they can be themselves. And that's what I want. I want them to be the best that they can be. And I don't want them to join the army, be all you can be, but they really need to get their act together. So they're not as scorned or hated as much as they are. A lot of people have nothing good to say about the United States Mint and will never buy another product from the United States Mint. And I think that's sad, and I think that's something that the Mint can control. All right, now let's go to 39's Fine 99.9 KOIN Coin News Radio. This is Nightshift by the Commodores. This is one of my favorite songs ever in the history of ever. It's a beautiful song about some people that really knew how to make some beautiful music. Now, with that said, I want to thank y'all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. What's not free is going to be membership. That's $1.99 a month. It's not really that much money, especially nowadays. It's the price of a cheap cup of coffee. And it works out to about, I think, 6.6 cents per video in a 30-day calendar month. So you actually get a discount in 31 days like you would in December, right? Think about that, or even January. That's pretty epic, right? Discounts. Nothing wrong with getting a discount. Who wants to pay retail, right? Never pay retail. All right. So y'all have a great, finish to your weekend. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you, like I said, make sure you hit that like button, it'll send this video viral. Also, if you are new here or you're returning and you haven't subbed yet, please subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we are trying to get to 15,000 subs before the first of the new year, before January 1st, 2026. Hope to talk to y'all tomorrow. Stacker out.